difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BREAK to 321-321. That's BREAK to 321-321.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Cappy. Good morning, Cappy.
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, here we go.
Bing, ba-da-bum. La vote, yeah. Friday morning. What are we doing?
What we need to do is all day today,
Yeah.
we need to run the song The Final Countdown.
Ooh, who
Because
sings
we are the
Final
final
Countdown?
countdown to the Game 5 of the NLDS.
Who sings that song? Let me think. Hold on. It's the final countdown.
Do-do-do-do.
Right.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, hairband 80s, yeah. Don't tell me who sings the song. I got to come up with it. Come on.
I mean, this is
get
your
this,
era.
Cappy, if you get this, Cappy, I'll be severely impressed.
It's not. It's. I mean, I know the era.
You know the band. Like,
Right.
okay. Do you want some hints? 'Cause
Yeah,
I know.
hint me.
Okay. They're a continent.
Okay, right.
All right, there's 7 of them.
You just gave it away.
Just go into them. You have 7 choices.
You just gave it away. Right. I would never have come up with what I think I'm going to say is
Antarctica.
Africa? Australia? Is Australia a continent?
Yes, it is.
Are you telling me the name of the band is Europe?
Yes.
Oh, my good God. I would never have gotten that.
Really?
Good hint. Good hint, George.
Yeah.
Really good hint.
I mean, But anyway, it's the final countdown, Captain.
Da-da-dee-doo-doo. Why are we even final countdowning? What's the countdown? Thing's over.
Oh, stop. Don't reverse jinx this. I know what you're doing.
What are you talking about?
You're trying to reverse jinx it.
No reverse jinx. I mean, listen, let me say this. On Wednesday, George, when you called in and Clinton Yates and I were downtown San Diego, which let me
People
just
were mad about.
I am like blown away. Like, what is up with you people? Seriously, what? Like, grow up, will you?
You were in enemy territory. I told you.
But let me ask you a question. If the Dodgers were playing the Diamondbacks and we decided to follow the series and we broadcast from Phoenix, would people have been as butthurt as they were?
Perhaps.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
It's the final countdown, Cappy.
No, it's not. Thing's over.
Fine. Well, listen, I'll tell you this. So here's what the gambling situation looks like right now.
Tell me.
So 81% of the bets are in on the Dodgers. So that means 19% of the bets, of the total bets, are in on the Dodgers and 19 on San Diego. However, it is the complete reverse on the money. 80% of the actual money is on the Padres, and only 20% is on the Dodgers, which means the sharps, the gamblers, the guys who actually study this stuff, believe the Padres are the team to beat today.
Well, good for them, and good luck. I know I won't be playing anything. I won't go near this game. Look, I'll just say it like this, George. On Wednesday, Clinton comes up with this idea. Hey, do I drive up to your house from downtown San Diego, and do we broadcast from your house? Because Clinton's like, I don't want to drive all the way back up to L.A. to be in the studio when I could be here at Game 4, which was, Game 2 in San Diego. And I said, well, if you want to do the show downtown, I got a place we could probably do it. So we go and we set up downtown on Wednesday. And the reason there were so many Dodger fans that were so pissed at us about being in quote-unquote enemy territory, even though that's where the game was, the reason Dodger fans were pissed on Wednesday is because they were fearful that this series was going to end on Wednesday night. But give the Dodgers all the credit in the world. They took the punch on Tuesday, battled back, and then on Wednesday, they came out and they delivered the punch. And now, it's the final freaking countdown. Yeah. God, I wish you know what? You know how I usually play the bass? I play the bass during Eminence Front, you know?
Yeah.
When we play the final countdown. Okay, hold on. Hey, by the way, did you see that on the Fox telecast? You probably didn't see this on Wednesday night because you were working, but they went to a commercial break, and trust me when I tell you that everybody at Fox who's part of that production team, they all listen to Sedano and Kap on 710, and they hear Eminence Front, and it's in their head, and they love it. And so
everybody plays Eminence Front now. The Monday Night Football does it. The Fox Baseball. Everybody's doing it.
Right. They're all using it now because they know what a badass jam it is, and they know that when we get on the air and we start hitting that bass, it gets people fired the F up, okay? Even on a Friday. That's what the F is for. But I slap that bass when we play Eminence Front. When we play the final countdown, if you're watching on YouTube, I want you to see what instrument I'm playing right now.
Are you doing the keyboard?
I don't want to tell you. I want you to go to YouTube. Right. Yes. Shout out and good morning to all of our YouTubers that are already getting into our live YouTube chat right now. Yeah, slap
all right,
it.
Cappy.
Yeah, slap it.
So you can say what you want.
What do you want me to say?
But I am genuinely curious. That scares me. Bergman, are you scared that the Sharps are all over the Padres and the public is on the Dodgers? Because that's usually a terrible mix for the team that the public is on.
No, I'm not scared about that. I'm scared of Yoshinobu Yamamoto against the Padres. I'm terrified of him pitching against them again.
No. Let me tell you what you guys should be scared of. You ready?
What should they be scared of?
You know when you get to the NBA Finals and everybody starts breaking down who is the referee in the game?
Yeah.
And then you start to look at the reffing stats.
And everybody's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And it's like a game 6. And it's like, oh, no, it's Scott Foster.
Right, exactly.
There's his theme music.
Yeah. Who has the officiating advantage? Bergie's got some numbers here this morning, George, that
numbers.
Stats, if you will.
Stats.
Okay.
You know, George, I see you're wearing your glasses. Maybe I should put on, when we start breaking out nerdy stats, like umpire stats. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm putting on my nerd goggles, too.
Shoot, I have my glasses in the other room.
Okay. Tell us more, Bergie. Tell us.
So when Tripp Gibson is behind the home plate for a Dodgers-Padres game, he's done this twice this year, and San Diego is 2-0 in a Dodgers-Padres game. The Dodgers have lost both times.
Wow.
Hear that, George? So now you got the Sharps, and they look at every angle.
Oh, they do? I bet you they have looked at Tripp Gibson.
And they're like, hey.
By the way, what a name.
Yeah.
I mean, particularly for an umpire, right?
Right,
Tripp Gibson. Like, he's going to trip your ass up.
Right. Or he may hit some crazy home run. You just never know. So now, when you say the Sharps have their money on the Padres.
Yes.
And you say the Padres have the umpiring advantage, because clearly Tripp Gibson doesn't like the Dodgers. I mean, that's why the Padres win. Because Tripp Gibson has a very, very tight strike zone for the Dodgers, but a very wide open and loose one for the Padres. He's very pro-Padre, this guy. Mm-hmm. So the numbers will tell you the umpire likes the Padres, the smart gamblers like the Padres.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Padres like the Padres.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
I mean, this Tripp Gibson, he's younger than I am.
How old is this kid?
He's 43 years old.
What is this guy, 12, 13 years old, this Tripp Gibson?
I mean, what are you doing here, Tripp?
Come on, he's a kid. He's a child.
I mean, he's umpiring the NLDS?
Come on. This guy should be like, doing high school baseball games.
I mean, seriously.
JV high school baseball games.
At best, maybe the College World Series.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm thinking more like coach pitch, 5-year-olds. You know what I mean? Tripp Gibson.
He was the umpire during the triple play game.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No. See, George, here's the problem.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
The countdown to Tripp.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
He's going to trip up the Dodgers.
Let me say this. I don't know if I could sell it, but here's what I'd be trying to sell if I were Mike Schilt, the Padres manager.
Trip Gibson umpired a World Series in 2022?
Come on, that guy was 12 years old.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Come on,
Manfred?
that guy hadn't even reached puberty yet.
I mean, seriously.
Guy wasn't even bar mitzvah for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Got little children umpiring these games. Guy's probably wearing his Padre jersey to the stadium.
Gaga.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, exactly, Pepe. You're right. Goo goo gaga.
Terrible. Just terrible.
So, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah.
I mean, Lindsay made an astute point the other day to us. He looks terrified out there. I mean, when she said it, I didn't want to think it. And then she said it, and then she kind of put it into the atmosphere that day. And I was like, then I really started to look at his body language. I'm like, he does look a little tight. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you think Trip Gibson is a child, Yamamoto, he is
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah, him. Yamamoto is 26 years old.
Yeah.
He's in his first year in Major League Baseball. Mm-hmm. He had a great start to the year, then fell apart when he got hurt.
A complete unmitigated disaster the other day.
But listen, here's the thing. He's just starting the game. And he'll have a short leash. And just the same way the Padres yanked Dylan Cease the other night, because he just blew things up in the early part of that game, Yamamoto will come out. He starts giving up hits or runs. He's out. And that's what Dodger fans should be calling for. Start him and get him out as fast as possible, because the bullpen owns the Padres. Yeah.
Cappy, so it's funny, when I came on with you guys the other day when you were in enemy territory, you know, Clinton, I believe, asked me about the pitching matchup, and I said they should absolutely go bullpen game. It's by far their strength when it comes to their pitching. I would go bullpen game again, to be honest with you. And I would imagine Bergman, they will. Like, it's not like Yamamoto's going to have some long leash today.
No. Once he gets into trouble, there's going to be somebody up in the pen almost immediately, and he'll come out if there's any sign of trouble. But honestly, does that mean that you have faith in your starting pitcher if basically as the game starts, there's somebody warming up behind you?
No, it's all hands on deck, bro. It's game 5. You got to do whatever you got to do to win.
The answer is yes. The answer is when Yamamoto throws the first pitch, there should be 2 guys warming up.
Yes.
Seriously.
A righty and a lefty.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You absolutely should. And that's why I go bullpen game. I know I would have liked to have seen a bullpen game in this game again. I want to go exactly the same way you did game 4, because that worked. And they struck guys out. They don't do that ever. Nobody on this pitching staff can strike out the Padres. Nobody in baseball seems to be able to strike out the Padres, but the bullpen can. I'd go that way.
I mean, wasn't the bullpen's ERA something like 2, and then the starters are like 10?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
and like Fox showed this, and I think it was in the post-game show the other night. Alex Rodriguez was making this point. And these are rough numbers, but just work with me here for a second. He's like, if the starting pitching has gone 15 innings, and the relief pitching has gone 15 innings. I'm using round numbers, everybody. If anybody wants to do the fact check work, go ahead.
Focus.
Okay, I'm trying to focus here. The starting pitchers in the same amount of time, a 10 ERA. The bullpen, a 2 ERA. So the math tells you how to play this whole thing. I don't even know why they're listen, seriously, they ought to go in reverse. They ought to bring Yamamoto out in like the 6th or the 7th. You know? Seriously. Start with a closer and work your way back. Closer, setup guy, long relief, and then starters down in the 8th and the 9th.
If you would have told everyone, okay, in, I don't know, March, let's call it March. If you would have told everyone in March, hey, Dodgers-Padres, Game 5, Dodger Stadium, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, okay, this is, let's say, before the first game of the season in Korea. All right, so that was March 21st, I believe. So if I would have told you March 5th, Yamamoto, you just spent $300 million or whatever it is on him, okay? He's going to pitch Game 5. You would have been like, let's do it. But then you actually get the context of the season and the ups and the downs that he's had and the ups and downs from an injury perspective and what you saw in the last game, and you're absolutely pooping your pants.
Well, that's sort of a natural weekly occurrence for a guy like me. So, I mean, what can I tell you?
All right, what are the keys, Cappy? What are the keys? We got keys for the final countdown.
We do?
Final
we got
countdown.
Keys?
We're going to have keys. They're going to be keys. Is it a skeleton key? Is it a regular key? What kind of keys do we got for the Dodgers? We'll get to all that coming up. It's a morning edition of Sedano and Cap here on 710 ESPN.
All right, let me talk to everybody about my man, Avner Gat. Now, here's what I want to say to everybody. Do yourself a favor. Go to avnergat.com, AVNERGAT, avnergat.com. You know what we should do is while I'm doing these live spots and everybody's still on YouTube, we actually ought to have Parker in the back go to avnergat.com and put it up on the screen so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. Because when you go to avnergat.com, here's what you're going to do. You're going to learn all about Avner, his family, and his team of people, a very diverse team of people, folks that used to work in the insurance business. They're people that used to work for law firms. They're people that are involved in this industry, but now they've come over to the public adjuster side of things. And the public adjuster is the person that actually works for you, the company that works for you. So if you have this big flood in your house, or if you have, a fire, unfortunately, at your house, or let's just say you're out of town and you come back and somebody has gone into your house and they grabbed all your jewelry and they grabbed all your stuff and you've got theft and burglary, regardless of what situation it is, that's why you have homeowners insurance. That's what you expect the homeowners insurance to cover. But what happens is the homeowners insurance adjuster, their job is to go out, analyze, and then give you the least amount of money that they can get away with it. See, and you should not be negotiating with the homeowners insurance company because you don't have that experience. You don't have those relationships. That is not your area of expertise. But you see, it is for Avner Gat. He does have the relationships. He does have 20-plus years of experience. He does have all the 5-star reviews on Google, on Yelp, on the Better Business Bureau, etc. And this is what he does. He negotiates with homeowners insurance companies to get you the maximum amount of money that you're going to need to fix the situation. What Avner tells me all the time is, and by the way, great job, Parker, because he's just put it up on YouTube. Scroll down a little bit, but if you think about what Avner says, take pictures around your house. Let your insurance company know, I had these TVs, I had this nice furniture, I had this jewelry, I got some cash over here. Make sure you take pictures of what you've got. And so we're looking at avnergat.com right now on our YouTube. Here's what I want you to do, though. Should you need Avner Gat, a fire, a flood, burglary, whatever the case may be, you talk to Avner Gat. He'll take care of business for you. 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256. The website right here, avnergat.com. You call. Avner takes the call himself. You will no longer be surprised because even right now at 7:17 in the morning, you call, he answers, and he says, hello.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
John Ireland here to tell you about my friends at Mirror Audio Video in Westwood. Listen, if you're thinking about upgrading your home or office with the best brands in the world, like Crestron, Nice, Lutron, or Control 4, it's got to be Mirror and no one else. Why? Because for more than 40 years, the biggest names in Hollywood, sports, and business have all trusted Mirror, and so should you. Want to learn more? Call 310-234-4010 or check them out at mirroraudiovideo.com today.
Hey, it's Mace. There's a lot on the line in this election, from protecting the Social Security you've earned to supporting family caregivers. And you have the power to make the candidates listen because voters 50 and over decide elections. That's why AARP California has created an election guide with the most up-to-date information about when, where, and how to vote. Get trusted election information at aarp.org/CA votes. That's aarp.org/CA votes. Paid for by AARP.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bus blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
George, people are in our live YouTube chat. It's early in the morning. Everybody cut me.
You all right there?
Yeah, I'm all right. Everybody's in our live YouTube chat, and they want to know, what are you doing here on a Friday? No college football this weekend?
Strangely enough, even with 17 teams in a conference, there's a bunch of byes this week. So, I got an off week. Although I know where I'm going next week. I'm going right up the street. Well,
where are you going? You going to Cal? Cal or Stanford?
To Berkeley.
Yeah,
Berkeley.
Who's Cal playing next week?
NC State.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I heard there's a real possibility I could end up at Stanford the following week, too.
Oh, how great would that be?
Oh, 2 weeks in a row. First of all, an off week in the middle of the season is ideal because I had 2 NBA games this week. And then I would have back-to-back weeks of just Stanford and Cal. Oh, that would be amazing.
Be a pleasure. Hey, Betto Duran, Manos de Piedras himself. Betto is on his way from L.A. to South L.A. He says he is passing San Onofre right now, and he says he will see me soon. He asked if the coffee is ready, and I have said to Betto Duran, cafe is all ready to go. Door is open. All you got to do is walk in. And by the way, if Betto gets here in time, I'll set up a microphone, and we'll throw him on the air from here.
Might as well.
That?
Why not?
Tell him to bring the pan dulce.
Yeah, maybe he can make some breakfast burritos for you.
Well, he's asking me if I have like a really good like white guy burrito place for him to go to. And I was thinking about sending him to like Skylar's Tacos. Yeah.
Skylar's Tacos?
Yes,
No.
Skylar. Hi.
Briones is here. You can't go to Skylar's. No Skylar's.
No Skylar's, man.
Well, I was just thinking about like the whitest guy name I could come up with. You know what I mean?
Paco's Tacos.
Yeah, you got to go Pepe or Sergio's or like Jose or
Roberto's.
like Juanitos.
Sí.
Yeah.
No, not Juanitos.
I mean, even Roberto. Although Roberto's Taco Shop is kind of like a chain kind of thing too. But I mean, I've got
Juanita. I don't have Juanito. I got Juanita. She's right
Juanita.
over here.
Yeah,
Juanita.
Yeah.
See, Juanita.
White people taco night.
Yeah. So, Betto,
Yeah.
you got the address, partner. Come on by. I got the coffee. I got the white guy tacos for you. And I will set up a microphone, and you just jump right in, rascal.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Cappy, real quick. It is the final countdown, as we've been talking about all day. It is the final countdown. I don't know if you know this, but there are keys to this game for the Dodgers.
There are? Tell me what they are.
They got the keys. All right, key numero uno.
Okay.
I mean, we've already kind of discussed it. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. You got to have a short leash on Yoshinobu Yamamoto because the reality is when you look at the Dodgers' history, and Bergman, you can attest to this, I feel like in the playoffs, the pitching plan can get a little murky quickly, right? You know what I mean? Like historically, when they've had some of these bad games, it's because there's been like some pitcher who has had a disaster early on in the game. Coincidentally, the guy on the other side who's on the mound for the Padres had one of those games. So I think that's
you're talking about like back
fascinating
when he was
with
pitching
Darvish.
for the Dodgers. You're talking about against Houston in the
Correct.
World Series.
Yeah,
Game 7 of that World Series against Houston.
There's been a history of that, and I got to be honest.
All right, be honest.
I don't know if Freddie's going to be able to go.
Well, they say he's going to go.
You're going to need Shohei in this one. Like, I get it, dude. It's hard, and I'm sure we'll do prize picks later. But you're going to need to plant one in the seats at some point in this one, I think.
Well, just go back for 1 second here. You talk about Yamamoto and how important his start is. And, George, first things first, if you're on the Dodgers side of this, which most people who are listening today are, obviously, if Yamamoto can come out and get just through the first inning scoreless, that would be like everybody in Dodger Stadium tonight would be like, okay, good. All right, at least he got through the first scoreless. Because the thing is, the top of the Padre order, George, Arise, he's the guy who for 3 straight years with 3 different teams led all of Major League Baseball in batting average, and he has really been quieted in this series.
Yeah. He's
Now-
he's normally a good a table setter, as they say, Cap.
Right. He gets on base so that a guy like Tatis can get up and Tatis can do damage. Now, here's what happens. If you get a rise out, and again, he's been lost in this series so far, then all of a sudden you get Tatis up. Now, everybody in Dodger Stadium will be holding their breath because Tatis has been the best player in the series so far. And I'm not just saying that with an opinion. I'm just telling you guys, just go look at the numbers. Yes, he's been better than Ohtani. Okay? And he loves playing at Dodger Stadium, and his career is like 35 games and like 12 or 13 home runs. I mean, it's something ridiculous, So if you can get through Tatis, then now, even though you've gotten to 3 and then possibly 4, the fact of the matter is, Jurickson Profar lost, hasn't done anything, no offensive contribution so far. And you talk about keys, and you bring up a great point about Ohtani needing to plant one in the seats.
Número 2.
Manny Machado.
Oh, wow.
Número 2. Manny Machado.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
He has looked lost at the plate. Other than I think it was game 1 where he hit a home run, he has looked completely lost. And by the way, if I were pitching to Manny Machado, he seems to decide long before the pitch comes out of the pitcher's hand whether or not he's swinging. You keep throwing curveballs at him that are about 6 inches outside of the strike zone, he flails away, especially with 2 strikes, and he goes down. So if Yamamoto can get out of the first inning scoreless, I think everybody in Dodger Stadium will take a big old deep breath. They'll do a Sedano sigh. I agree with that point. I do. I agree with that point.
That's what I wanted in game 1 was for him to get through that first inning. Unfortunately, he has not been able to get through first innings against the Padres. And so that's where the fear comes from with Yamamoto on the mound. Because he does have the stuff. He is on his normal rest. He's pitching on his 6th day like he's always done for his entire career. However, whenever he faces the Padres, they just hit him.
Yeah, and it kind of started with that first game of the year, as I recall, when they played in, was it
5
Korea?
runs. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of smacked him around that day.
And they smacked him around a little bit on Saturday. So It's gonna be interesting. By the way, for Darvish does not do well on 4 days rest. You saw that stat, didn't you, Cappy?
Yeah, on 4 days rest. And I think he's done it.
Let's save that.
Yeah.
Let's save that for the other side. Let's save that
Okay.
for the other side,
All right.
and also where the pressure is right now.
Ooh.
I am genuinely curious to see how you guys feel the pressure. Who the pressure is squarely on heading into Game 5. We'll get into that on the other side. Briones is hanging out. Bergman is hanging out. Sedano and Kap in the morning for your AS. We're going to have some fun today. The final countdown, baby. Final countdown today. As we get you ready for Game 5. Yeah, there it is. But first, let me tell you, parents, listen, we all know what we want. We want what's best for our kids. Choosing a dentist, man, that thing's tough, okay? First of all, kids don't like to go to the dentist. We all know this. But you need someone your kid can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Well, let me introduce you to my friends at Children's Dental Fun Zone. Fun is in the name for a reason. First of all, you walk into one of these 18 locations now. One of these 18 locations of Children's Dental Fun Zone here in the Southland. And your kids are going to be like, whoa, where did we come to? Like, this place looks like I'm in the middle of a cartoon. It's amazing. When you walk in with your kids, they're going to be blown away. 18 locations across the Southland to choose from. So they got you covered in LA County. They got you covered in Orange County. They got you covered in the IE. And now, an 18th location in Oxnard. Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics with state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your kids deserve. And at Children's Dental Fun Zone, this is how they put fun in the name. At every station when your kid's getting their work done, they got a big screen TV with any kid's movie basically your kid wants. They got iPads for the kids, toys for the kids in the waiting area, and for parents, they accept Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance plans. When you guys go to Children's Dental Fun Zone with your kids, they're going to be like, Mom, Dad, when are we going back to Children's Dental Fun Zone? Words you never thought you'd hear about the dentist, okay? So to book your child's first or next appointment at Children's Dental Fun Zone, go to their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Did you know your zip code can determine your health? In some neighborhoods, fresh produce is scarce, while others have farmers markets on every corner. Some areas have plenty of doctors, while others face long waits for basic care. Rising costs hit some communities harder than others. While some struggle with skyrocketing rents, others can't afford life-saving medications. But here's the thing, your vote can change this. When you vote, you're not just filling out a ballot, you're fighting for better healthcare access in your neighborhood. You're standing up against inflation that's pricing families out of their homes. You're demanding affordable healthcare for all. Your zip code shouldn't determine your health. Your vote should. Vote by mail, use a ballot drop box, or visit a voting center in person. Remember, in this election, we're not just voting for candidates. We're voting for our health, the health of our families, and the health of our community. Want to know more? Visit myvotemyhealth.org for all information you need to vote for a healthier tomorrow.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smooth.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Pressure.
Oh my God! I just was
we
thinking
were
about Billy
doing
Joel
the
this
jams
morning.
today.
What's up?
So we've been doing the jams this morning.
Yeah, come on. What do you think you got back here, DeAndre? Come on.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
Damn, bro. Why you gotta get?
Why DeAndre don't know nothing about no Billy Joel?
That was barely waking up too.
You don't know nothing about no Billy Joel. I saw this really great video this morning where Andrew Dice Clay goes backstage to see Billy Joel, and he's like, "Hey, Billy, could you play a couple of my favorite songs? He wrote the songs?" And then Billy Joel's like, "No, that's Barry Manilow." And he's like, "Are you sure?" It was hilarious. Love Dice. Love following him on social. And now I got a little Billy Joel in my head. You asked the question, who got the most pressure?
Pressure.
Mm-mm.
Who's got it?
So who got it?
I'm asking you the question.
Okay, here it goes. I'll give you my number one guy. To me, the guy at the top of the pressure meter, okay, it remains the same. He had the most pressure going in. He got the most pressure tonight. And that is Dave Roberts. Not exactly telling you something you probably didn't already know. Dave Roberts wins this game tonight. I think a lot of Dodger fans would get off of his freaking back already. But if he loses this game tonight, you lose at home in Game 5 against the Padres, who have always been a non-factor, and all of a sudden they are in your business. You lose this game tonight, you probably lose your job.
Interestingly enough, Cappy, that you brought that up. And it's funny because you and I did not discuss this prior to, which is actually the way we should be doing the show. But nonetheless, I feel like you and I like to use the force. And may the force be with you.
Especially on a Friday.
Everyone out there.
Yeah.
Game 5 tonight, as we do the final countdown to Game 5. Dodgers Padres. Game.
Yeah, Jorge. Come on. This ain't DeAndre. Come on, Jorge.
Of course not. Come on.
Wow. Again, another swipe at DeAndre.
Just taking strays, bro. Just taking them.
Leave my guy Big D alone.
No, Young D.
So anyway, Young D. That's right. Game 5 will be Dave Roberts' 8th winner-take-all game as a manager, tying Bobby Cox of the Atlanta Braves for second most in Major League Baseball postseason history. Dusty Baker, by the way, the leader with 10. Roberts is the only one of the 3 with a winning record in those games. Roberts is, guess what his record is, Cappy, in those previous 7 games?
7 games, 7 Game 5 winner-take-alls?
Winner-take-all elimination, yeah.
I'll say 7 games, I'll take 4 and 3.
5-2 is Roberts' record in a winner-take-all postseason game, tied for second most wins in Major League Baseball history. With a win on Friday would tie him with Bruce Bochy for most wins all time in that situation.
I'm sorry, who?
Bruce Bochy.
Oh, Bruce Bochy. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Who did most of those, by the way, with the Rangers.
Oh, really? Not with the Giants?
I believe, I'd have to double check, but I believe 4 of those might have been with the Rangers.
How could that be?
I could be wrong.
Wasn't this only his second year with the Rangers?
Oh, I'm sorry, with the Giants. No, 4 with the Giants, and then, 4 with the Giants, 2 with the Rangers.
Okay, gotcha. Now, these
How many
are
of those
interesting.
were with the Padres, Cappy?
How many of them were with the Padres? Yeah. I would say Bochy probably had the Padres in the postseason at least 2 or 3 times.
Well, they were in the postseason against the Yankees, right?
Well, that was 98. I don't recall. I think Bochy was the manager of that team. I'm not sure. You have to go look it up, Bergie. But I would say 2000, I would say 4, 5, 6, 7, like in that neighborhood, the Padres won the division, I want to say back-to-back years, but like with a 500 record. They weren't dominant at all, and it just
Oh, yeah, he was the manager of the 98 Padres.
He was. So, but then look, if you just look at other years that they won the division title, like again, in the early 2000s, 5, 6, 7-ish in those years, he was still the manager of the Padres. Those were the Jake Peavy, Trevor Hoffman, David Wells, Mark Loretta, those kinds of guys on those teams. So, how many of them were with the Padres, Bergie? I don't know.
1995 to 2006.
Okay, there you go.
No, he was there for that World Series. Yeah. I said it a second ago.
I want to say they got swept by the Yankees. I'm almost sure they did.
They did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was those, really dominant Yankee teams, though.
Right. But those were, and that was Tony Gwynn of the Padres way back when. So, I don't know, Bergie. How many did you say he has? How many does Bochy have? How many wins in Game 5s?
He has 6. So if Dave wins, he ties Bochy today.
Okay. So, and you said 4 of them were with the Giants? And 2 of them?
I believe so. That based on the internet. I'm actually sending it to Sig to make sure.
Oh, you know what? You are so good, man. You're like instant research around here. And great multitasker too, by the way. Very sharp, very good. Do you think there's any chance now that Betto Duran is going, because he passed San Onofre on his way from L.A. to South L.A. Do you think there's any chance he comes pulling up into my crib? I mean, I've sent him the address.
There's a chance. Does he know where you live?
I sent him the address. I'm literally right off the 5 freeway. I mean, I am like seconds off the freeway, number one. I've got coffee ready for him. I've even set up a second microphone here in my home studio that if Betto wants to walk in, I've set up a second microphone. I'll plug him right in. He can join the show. Do you think he's like rushing to get somewhere, or do you think he wants to come by, use my bait room? Every time I'm in Koreatown, I text or I tweet with Dead Meow, hey, I got to make a duty. Can I come by your place? But he never lets me in. Mm-hmm. My place, Betto can use it, no problem. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, you also have multiple bathrooms.
That is true. He can use the downstairs bathroom. So look. Yes, it is.
The final countdown to Beto's duty?
To Betto duty ran.
Yeah.
So you just go back to the beginning. You ask who has the most pressure. I give you Dave Roberts, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at Betto duty.
Betto Duran. Some people call him Betto Duran, but at 7:41 in the morning after a cup of coffee, Betto Duran.
Yeah. So pressure.
Pressure. Dave Roberts, number 1 guy. Okay, number 1 guy. Number 2 guy.
Well, historically, we saw the number. I gave you the numbers. Historically, pretty good in those spots.
But I just want to say one thing. He's been good. If you're a Padre fan and you're trying to figure out how could we possibly win? Because I don't think it looks very good. But how could we come up with this? There was a stat that was put out the other day that home teams in Game 5, deciding Game 5s, are 14-21. So teams that bring it home to Game 5 are at about a 35% win rate. And that math may or may not make sense. 14 of 21. I don't know if it does or doesn't. Does anybody here know how to do math? Because I don't, clearly. So that number is out there. So if you're the Padres, you're saying, hey, the team that goes on the road in Game 5, they win more than they lose. That's one. Number 2, the umpire is on our side because he's umped 2 or 3 games this year, and the Padres have won all 2 or 3 of those games against the Dodgers, including the triple play game. And, the pressure seems to all be on the Dodgers and Dave Roberts and Yamamoto and Ohtani. I mean, I think the Dodgers got the pressure.
You don't
agree? Disagree?
You don't think that the Padres have pressure coming into this game?
I think that the Padres.
You realize that you came into it as the favorite in the series, not by Vegas, but by 22 of 27 ESPN reporters, all of the entire Fox postgame besides Dontrelle Willis because he works for the team. Most people are picking the Padres, and they have since the beginning, before the series started.
Yeah, but when we talk about the definition of favorite versus underdog, I'll just give it to you guys. You're right. The Padres were the favorite by Vegas standards. And you're also right that all these other analyst types all picked the Padres to win. But you get it to Game 5, you bring it home, and who's the favorite tonight? And I think rightly so. I think the Dodgers should be favored to win this game tonight. So when you ask me, is there the pressure on the Padres? The Dodgers, can we agree on this, Bergie? The Dodgers expected to be right where they are. In other words, they expected to be in the postseason.
Yeah.
Okay. The Padres came into this season. Well, but hold on. The Padres came into this season, number one, slashing $90 million in payroll. Number two, they didn't have Dylan Cease till right before the season started. They were a 500-ish ball club at the All-Star break, and they made some good moves to add Arise, who became a really good leadoff hitter for them. And they added a bunch of arms in the bullpen, which really worked out for them. And they then had the best record in the second half of the season. So, I would say from where the season started to where the season is, I'm not saying this is gravy. I'm just saying that the Dodgers knew and expected to be here. And frankly, at the beginning of the year, I'm not sure the Padres really did. Now, after the All-Star break and probably 20 or 30 games after, they did. So I don't know. Do you feel, Bergie, like the pressure's on the Padres?
Yeah, absolutely. The pressure is on the Padres. They were the best team in baseball after the All-Star break. They did bring in Dylan Cease and Luis Ariz, like you've been talking about, and their bullpen. When we talked about this series matchup before it even started, it was always who has the better pitching staff. Oh, well, the Padres have the better pitching staff. Who has the better bullpen? Oh, well, the Padres have the better bullpen. And then when you talk about just the lineup, 1 through 9, it was probably a little bit of both, but I thought the Dodgers had the better lineup, 1 through 9, but at the same time, you talked about how the Padres don't strike out, that they always get on base. They just keep the line moving. They have all that fire and desire that the Dodgers never have had. They're too business-like.
Fire and desire.
Right.
Look at that.
Yeah, you like that? But either way, so they were always that team that was like this, we're the underdogs, but they weren't coming in. They're not now, so they have the pressure. Yes, because they were up 2-1 in the series. They should have been the team to beat the Dodgers. If they lose tonight, that's bad for them.
Let me ask you this. If the Dodgers...
Well, I mean, it's pretty bad, yeah, because they'd be home.
It's over, yeah.
But
it's over,
let me
right?
ask you this. Which of these two managers has more pressure tonight?
Oh, Dave Roberts.
Okay, let's discuss that. Oh, wait.
Oh, my bad. I was answering the question.
We're over the break already. You know what I mean? By the way, I've got those Yu Darvish numbers. That we want to get. So if Dodger fans want to take some solace in something, it's Yu Darvish, which I feel like they understand this situation he's in. But I can give you some further context on that. So we'll get into that in a second. But first, Cappy, what are you doing on your prize picks today, Cappy? I'm taking Shohei over more than half a home run today.
Well, that's a good play because those home run plays pay a lot more because they're just so hard to predict. But you see, I think playing Ohtani for a home run is a smart move because he's sort of due, at least in the series. He did hit that home run, that 3-run home run that tied the game in Game 1. So I like that. I would also tell you this, George. Mookie Betts tonight, 1.5 total bases. There's demons and there's goblins. The goblins are the green guys. The demons are the red guys.
Right.
And the red guys pay more. So if you – listen, I'll tell you another play for you tonight. You ready for this one? Yu Darvish, 4 strikeouts. You know how I always talk about I'm a positive guy, so I always play more? Tonight, I would play less on Yu Darvish in terms of strikeouts.
Well, because I think there'll be a short leash on all pitchers today.
Wow, you got to see what's going on here at my house right now. Betto is just pulled up. Betto is just pulled all up in it, and I know he would have prize picks advice for us. So here's what I would just say to everybody. Get ready for the NFL weekend. Get ready for tonight's Game 5. Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. When you make a $5 play, you get that $50 bonus. It's automatic whether you win or lose. And I think everybody should download that Prize Picks app, George.
Oh, no question, because you mentioned. And by the way, you can win up to 100 times your money. And in California, if you want sports action, this is the only place to get it. It's Prize Picks, baby. You got to get yourself on Prize Picks. And we love a good community around here. So we've got our own community. You can also play with some influencers like Drewski. You can play with Sugar Sean O'Malley, UFC former champion now. He's been sitting down. He's got some time. He says he basically is going to take 9 months off from fighting. So he's going to be on Prize Picks a ton. So if you're a big UFC fan, you can play with him too.
Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your $5 play. Get your $50 bonus. Let's play together. Let's win together. And let's do it on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks.
Yeah.
It's SUV month at Kia of Carson, and you can get sweet deals on the last of the 24 Tellurides and win a sweet night experience for you and 3 guests for just a test drive. Compliments of Kia of Carson and ESPN LA. We have great deals on our hybrids and plug-ins, as well as our all-electric models. So whether you decide to go with the Nero hybrid with an EPA estimated 53 mpg in the city or a rugged Telluride, we have the car and the deal for you all month at Kia of Carson. Visit KiaofCarson.com, or better yet, come test drive a new Kia for a chance to win a sweet experience.
Hey, Travis Rogers here for my friends at Mike Thompson's RV. It's time to get out and get dirty. Toy Hauler RV season is officially open. Bring your toys along for less now through October 20th at your Toy Hauler headquarters, Mike Thompson's RV. They have revved up discounts across a huge inventory of top-selling brands, dozens of floor plans to choose from. They're making it easy, so pack your toys and go full throttle with special pricing on all trailers and motorhomes in stock. Race on in today. These deals won't last. In-store and online, MikeThompson.com.
High school football is coming to the Rams' house. Watch one of the top-ranked high school teams in the state when St. John Bosco and Servite face off at SoFi Stadium on Friday, October 18th. Get your tickets now by visiting SoFiStadium.com/events.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho. Talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Gear up for game day with GNC. Just like your favorite college team prepares for their matchup each week, you can get ready to crush your fitness goals with GNC. Your coaches are in stores, ready to help you build muscle like a linebacker or slim down after a tough season. They have everything you need, including all the top brands, the new flavors you crave, the hottest protein, pre-workouts, creatine, and more to tackle your fitness goals. Don't wait for the final whistle. Fuel your fitness at GNC. Visit your local GNC or GNC.com today.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah, and with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
Sedano and Kap in the morning for your ass.
It's the final countdown.
Sedano and Kap in the morning for your ass. Duran is in your house.
George, Betto Duran.
I know he's there, Cappy,
Yeah.
because he sent me pictures of the outside of the house, your bathroom, and then the plaque of your Jewish Sports Hall of Fame induction.
Betto pulls up, right? I left the door open for him. He walks in, and he does exactly what I would do. And I got to give him credit for this. Goes right to the bathroom, right? Because he probably was drinking his big Betto cup of coffee on the way in. So he walks in, goes to the bathroom. Now he is, okay, here he comes. Well, this way. Yep, he's walking in. He's walking in now. Here comes Betto. I've set him up with a cup of coffee. Now he's going to sit down, and hopefully he's all set up to come on the air here. Betto, use those headphones. All right. Let's see what happens. And hey, you guys let me know about the levels because I have no idea. Here he is. Hola.
It's the final countdown.
How's he sounding, Jorge?
DeAndre. Good job, great. DeAndre, running the board. Yeah, you wish it was DeAndre.
How's he sounding, Foo?
He sounds great. It's
Right.
Betto Duran. Foo, come on.
Yeah.
Cappy's doing. How come I can't go behind the screen with you?
You can if you just turn the screen, turn it to the right. Just for those of you that are on YouTube, here comes Betto. He's about to join the show. Keep going.
Don't get Cappy out.
Yeah, keep going.
You got to have to switch.
Yeah,
There we go, Betto.
Hey, there he is. Now Betto's on the YouTube.
What a guy. What up?
What are you doing? You came all the way to South just to do the show down here?
Yeah, because you invited Clinton the other day. You
Right.
didn't invite me.
Yes.
And then I knew you were going to have your Padre propaganda like you did the other day.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I got nothing to do. Let me go down to South. This is a nice, easy drive. Hi, Jorge. How you doing? Hey, buenos días. No, not you, Sedano. Oh. I'm on my way to CBX. I got a fight in Hermosillo tomorrow. So I'm on the way down there. I got a flight at 10 o'clock, so I just wanted to pop in. I need to go to the bathroom.
But it's good to have bathroom stops along the way. And it's like, hey, I got one buddy of mine whose crib is right off the 5 freeway. I can stop and make it.
Well, I've never been here before. I didn't know where you live, so I just said it as a joke. And then,
Yeah.
like, the closer I got, I was like, yeah, I actually got to go. So, because you never know.
So
at
there you
CBS
go.
when you're
Look at
crossing
that.
over, so there it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, to answer your question, who's the pressure on your Padres?
Yeah,
Cappy?
tell me.
Here's why. Like I told
Yes.
you the other day when you and CY were down there in San Diego, which was a fun broadcast, because don't start playing this, like, as Sedano would say, the gutty little Padres. You guys, the Padres, not you, Cappy, the Padres, when they started making that run, chopping into the Dodgers' big lead, it was like, oh, we're going to take over. Yeah, they weren't good in the beginning, but all of a sudden they got super confident. They started building confidence and got after it. You have the healthy pitching staff. You had the 2-1 advantage.
Do you say have or had the healthy pitching staff?
You have.
Well, wait a you lost Joe Musgrove.
Well, have a healthier pitching
Yeah,
staff.
okay. You lost one guy.
Yeah,
the
like
Dodgers,
your top guy.
The Dodgers don't even have guys.
Yeah,
The
truth be
Dodgers
told, the
lost
Dodgers don't
everybody.
really have a starter, right?
They don't have one at all.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So you had an opportunity to put your foot on the throat, and it was going to be done. But no. Now the pressure's on the Pods because the last thing they wanted to do was pack up San Diego and get going. Why are we all blurry now, Cappy? What
Well,
happened?
no, you don't have to worry about that. On the YouTube, we're completely fine.
good,
On the
good,
YouTube,
good.
we're totally like full high def.
Okay.
Like 1080.
That's it. No,
Yeah.
but so the pressure on the Padres because they had an opportunity to put the Dodgers away. They were the favorites coming in Vegas-wise. Now, the reason the Dodgers are the home favorites today is because they're the home team.
Mhm.
You have the advantage there. So I think it's like 140, minus 140 is where their advantage. But there's expected a lot of runs today. 8 is the over-under. So it's going to be fun. But who do I think is going to win? Padres.
No, you don't.
Absolutely. I picked the Padres to win in 5 before the series started.
You think the Padres are going to win tonight?
The Sharps, Cappy, and Betto are on the Padres today. Like the people that bet big money are all on the Padres today for the most part.
And it's not because I'm going anti or anything like that. From Sedano's port, looking at it from the money side, where are the Sharps at? And also the Padres have the better arms. The Padres swing really, really well. And you were talking about Tripp Gibson, who is an umpire that has a really tight zone. And you have a guy like Yamamoto who's going to be nibbling around, who hasn't been confident. I don't know who said, I think it was Bergman who said that Yamamoto, when he's on the mound, looks super scared. He does. Like I told Bergman this in the studio yesterday.
Yeah, it was really Lindsay. But
Lindsay?
it was,
I told Bergman in the
yeah.
studio yesterday, would you take Yamamoto? I was like, no, I don't want anything to do with him right now. And I get it. But to win back-to-back bullpen games, to shut out the Padres, not going to happen.
You don't think so, huh?
No.
Well, I would say this. The one shining light for the Dodgers that I think, as tight as Yamamoto looks, As poorly as he's pitched against the Padres this year for the most part, in the couple of starts he's had, Darvish, Bergman brought this up. We didn't actually have the actual numbers yet. He's had 4 games this season on 4 days rest, okay, which is the situation he's in now. He's got a 6.43 ERA in those games, and they're 1-3 in those games. So that, if there's any solace for Dodgers fans, despite all the challenges they've had or whatnot, Darvish has been really bad on 4 days rest so far this year.
And you say it's been 4 games that he's pitched this year on 4 days rest. You'd have to really go back, George, and look when those were, because my guess would be that those are all pre-All-Star break.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, if you don't know the story, he left the team on an unpaid leave of absence. Nobody knows exactly what the story is. There were, rumors out there that he had to go home, that there was somebody in his family that was not well, and he walked away from the team and said, "You guys don't even have to pay me. It's that important that I have to go home." And nobody really expected him to be back. And it's a good thing, at least for the Padres side, that he is, because with Musgrove going out, they desperately need him. Yeah. Otherwise, they'd be in a very similar spot that the Dodgers are in.
A lot of pressure on the Padres and Cappy. Let me just say, to quote Samuel L. Jackson, this is some gourmet stuff right here, man. This is some gourmet coffee.
Hey, when Bonnie buys the coffee, she buys that crap coffee. Yeah. When I buy the coffee, I buy the gourmet stuff.
Yeah, I know. Right. That's why I buy it.
Yeah.
Hi, Cappy. I got to go to Mexico.
Come on, are you serious?
Yeah, adios.
Wait a second.
Woo! Viva Cappy. Adios, Jorge Sedano.
All right, let me just say this.
Hey, real quick, Cappy, before you move on, I want to make sure we give this its proper due. Today, Yamamoto versus Darvish will be the first time in Major League postseason history, okay? It'll be the first MLB postseason game all time in which Japanese-born pitchers will start against each other. So shout out to our Japanese friends listening, of course, our Asian community, who are a big part of what we do here at 710. No matter what, history's being made today with these 2 pitchers starting this particular postseason game.
All right, Beto's about to take off, so before he does, I want to just talk to everybody, and I want to talk to the Trojan fans out there for a quick second. Listen, if you are a USC Trojan fan and you want a chance to win tickets to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl, I want you to make sure you go and grab an icy cold Coors Light, and then I want you to visit the website CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE. So again, just does this make sense, everybody? CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE for your shot to win tickets to the USC-UCLA game and other weekly prizes, all thanks to our friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans. And hey, I just want to remind everybody, don't forget, 21 means 21. And remember to always celebrate responsibly. There is no purchase necessary. This whole contest started back on August 1st, 2024. It will end January 21st, 2025 at 9:59 p.m. Pacific time, that is. You must be a legal resident of the United States, the 50 United States, 21 years of age or older, void where prohibited. Use the keyword to get the entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prizes, and restrictions. Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA LLC, 250 South Wacker Drive. That's right, South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, 606006. And again, CoorsLight.com/college football. Keyword is SCORE to win your way to USC, UCLA.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
What are you going to have?
White people tacos.
White people tacos. I did not know they're called white people tacos.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Hooray, really? They're called...
Yeah.
White people
I did not know. I had no idea. I feel so bad now.
Have you ever hired a taco man and they made that kind of tacos for you? No.
Not even close.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm
don't
saying.
make ground beef.
But I didn't know that was the name. Okay.
It's Trav and D-Farm.
Coming up this morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ziprecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/LA.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Expert technicians
Sedano Kap
make
in the
sure
morning
your
for
ride
your
is at its
ass.
best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Expert technicians
Sedano Kap
make
in the
sure
morning
your
for
ride
your
is at its
ass.
best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more.
What
Just
is
pull
happening
up,
here?
drive in, and drive out in about...
Jorge's doing Friday morning. That's what's happening.
Buddy,
It's a
listen,
system.
this is what you get for talking about my boy Big D, okay?
Stop. It's something else. It's not even me.
That's brujeria. That's brujeria. That's Cuban brujeria because you talked about my guy Big D.
Fuego.
Sí, fuego.
Yeah.
Fuego, Cappy.
Are we even on? I don't even know if we're on. Oh, we are? We're on?
You're on.
Nice.
Sí, estamos listos, Cappy.
Oh, my God. Betto Duran. This is so funny. Yeah. Doodaloo-doo. Doodaloo-doo-doo. Betto drove down from L.A. to South, going to the border of Mexico y los Estados Unidos so that he can fly to wherever he's going in Mexico. And he stopped by to A, use the bathroom, B, get a cup of some of that gourmet coffee, and C, crash the show. That I love. And by the way, Beto tells me Padres are going to crush the Dodgers tonight. I'm like, what? Get out of here. I'm like, Dodgers are going to win this
listen,
series.
The gamblers are with, for whatever it's worth, the gamblers, at least right now. Now, things can change because there's still a long time before the game starts. But as of right now, and it has come back a little bit. Initially, when yesterday's game ended, I decided to look at the numbers, and right away, 97% of the money was on San Diego. Whereas, and by the way, even though the majority of the bets were on, the overwhelming majority of the bets were on the Dodgers, the overwhelming majority of the money. So there's a lot of little bets on the Dodgers, but the big money ballers were putting money on the Padres. Now that's come back down to earth a little bit, but still pretty big margin. 80-20 from 97-3. So I'm curious to see as time goes by here over the next couple of hours what that number looks like. And by the way, it is coming down a little more now. Now 24% of the money is on the Dodgers, up from 20 when we started the show about an hour ago. So I am curious to see where people are putting their money, at least the big money ballers, when it comes to the gambling aspect of it.
All right, I'm going to make a prediction. On tonight's game. And I've been thinking this for several weeks, and I know I've talked about it on the air, but I'm going to make a prediction tonight, Bergman. I want you to sit down for what I'm about to say.
No, I'm standing. I'm standing for this.
Put Bergie up on the screen, please. I want to make sure I see his reaction to what I'm about to say.
It was unsettling.
Not that, but it was unsettling. Bergie, I'm calling for a very, very, very tight game tonight, okay?
Yeah.
I think this is a one-run game.
Okay.
And I think it's a one-run game late. It's a 6-5. It's an 8-7. It could be a 4-3. Regardless, one-run game. Tight game. The pressure is heating up. The intensity is going crazy, right? Dodgers need to bring an arm out of the bullpen. Guess who's coming?
Blake Trinan.
Nope.
Michael Kopech.
Keep on going, Jack.
Jack Flaherty.
Oh, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, come on. It's not happening, Cappy.
Just everybody take a second there. Let that pause breathe. Desperation time.
Let it marinate?
That's exactly right. Pressure is on. Gotta win. Do or die. Job's on the line. Can't possibly lose this game at home. You cannot go out 3 years in a row to division rivals in this early round of the playoffs. Ohtani is ready. And tonight, in desperation time, or maybe it's just in closing time. Closing time.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Maybe tonight is the night. Yeah. Ohtani time. Ohtani tonight. When the Dodgers absolutely got to have it. That's what they do. They bust out Ohtani tonight. You guys think I'm out of my mind?
Bergman.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I do.
So do I.
Bergman.
Yes.
Will you... Now, how do you feel about Yu Darvish? Because I feel like at first most people hated Yu Darvish because of the way it went down. Then we realized the Astros were cheating, so there was less animus towards Yu Darvish.
Animus.
But I would imagine there will be some semblance of angst going against him. Like, you're either going to be like, oh, my God, I can't believe this is the guy that's going to put the the nail in the coffin. Or if you beat him, are you going to be like, yes, this is what he was for us, and this is what he is for them?
So I think he owes us. I think he owes Dodger fans a victory.
Oh,
He didn't give us two of them in the World Series. He owes us a victory tonight, so he needs to blow up tonight. It's really just the world coming back around. It's the sports gods allowing this to happen. He owes us a win.
Oh, by the way, when he pitched that game 7, I want to say it was, 2017-ish?
17.
Sound about right?
Yes, 2017.
Okay, so you're talking 7 years ago. He was 31 years old back then. And we talk about, old guys all the time. We talk about LeBron, Aaron Rodgers, etc. Freaking Yu Darvish is 38 years old, man.
Oh,
38.
my God.
I mean, Max Scherzer was pitching in his 40s. Justin Verlander was winning games in his 40s.
But those are kind of outlier guys, right? Those are Tom Brady and Drew Brees playing into their 40s. Yu Darvish, 38 years old, coming on 4 days rest. If we see Yu Darvish, based on the numbers that you brought up earlier today, George, he's pitched 4 times already this year on 4 days rest, and it's not gone well, an ERA of around 6. And again, this is off the top of my head. If you see a 38-year-old guy go in on 4 days rest, you might be looking at what the Padres had when the Dodgers lit him up on Wednesday night, and that was Dylan Cease, who was bad in the first game and was bad in the fourth game on short rest. And he was like, the guy was like, I want the ball. And people hear that, they're like, hey, guy wants the ball. I mean, give it to him. I mean, who he wants the pressure situation. He's willing to give up, his arm will fall off if it has to. But I don't know, Yu Darvish on a short rest, 38-year-old guy who missed a large chunk of the season. I don't know why anybody would feel confident about that.
Because he just lit up the Dodgers on Sunday.
Yeah,
that's why you feel. That's probably why the Padre fans would feel confident about Darvish coming. Because Cease was bad in Game 1 and Game 4, Darvish was good in Game 1 and 2.
Game 2, right?
Game 2, yeah, Game 2.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. To me, in my opinion, this thing's over, man. This thing is done.
Don't do your reverse jinx nonsense.
No reverse jinx.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Doo-doo-doo.
Because you were ready to celebrate. You were ready to celebrate at Gaslamp the other day.
I mean, I was, but I kept saying to Dodger fans who, because here's the thing. A lot of Dodger fans had given up after Game 3. They're like, oh, we're done. We're toast. Dave's getting fired. Another year of us getting knocked out. And by the way, when I say Dodger fans, I don't just mean like the average guy on the street. I mean, go read what was written in the LA Times on Wednesday morning. Go see how Bill Plaschke had already painted this picture of they're done. It's another year. Same thing. You go through the entire staff there at the LA Times. They'd given up on Wednesday morning. So I, though, kept saying, I can't believe you guys are giving up like this. I can't believe you guys have an expectation you're going to get knocked out. And then the Dodgers' bats came alive. Guys like Will Smith, who had been very quiet in this series, all of a sudden comes to life. Mookie Betts, who everybody talked about his postseason struggles. Mookie Betts is back. That means all of a sudden now you don't want Ohtani on first base. You don't want to just give him the base because Mookie can now do damage behind him. So for me, toast, done. In fact, you should start ordering that Elton John
I'm not
Dodgers.
buying this for 1 second. I'm with Bergman.
Yeah.
I think you're just full of Schadenfreude right now.
Schadenfreude.
100%.
Is a Schadenfreude what Betto did to my bathroom earlier? Schadenfreude.
Yeah, you're sitting there. You're all about like, oh yeah, like you're playing both sides. Like there's no way. I'm not buying this for 1 second.
All right. Well, I know my text will be going off tonight. That hey, you were right.
One way or another.
Because remember, Betto says Dodgers are going to get smoked.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, don't see how the Dodgers could go home in front of their home crowd. And, I mean, listen, it was bad enough for the Dodgers when they lost at Petco Park 2 years ago in the postseason. Yeah. Now they're going to lose at home to the Padres? Come on.
Yeah. Well, Cappy, we got to talk a little football on the other side. It's Friday.
Yeah.
We got to do our picks against the spread. So we got to do that before the big blue review. But first, tell us about Real's Father's Rights.
All right. I'm telling you a quick story here. Yesterday, I called a buddy of mine. I haven't spoken to him in a while. And the reason I haven't spoken to him is because he's been in a really dark place. He had gone through a divorce, was going through a divorce. And trust me when I tell you, this guy was as family-centric as anybody I knew. Wife, 3 kids, loves his wife, loves his family, loves, just sort of the unit of family. And all of a sudden, one day, wife is like, okay, kids are all done with college. I'm done. And it caught everybody by all of us that knew this guy were like, what the hell, man? So it just buried him for like the last year. He has just been underground. And I said to him, I go, I know, man, because when I got divorced, I was embarrassed. I was worried about money. I was worried about my kids. I go, and did I tell you that those feelings were going to be natural? We all experience those feelings. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you're going through a divorce, if you're planning on a divorce because you know it's happening, if you're post-divorce and you're still dealing with other family court issues, you need a team behind you. And I want to introduce everybody to Mark Real at Real Father's Rights. I've visited Mark's office. I've had him with us at training camp at the Rams. You've met him before. He's a great guy, but more than anything, he's an expert in how to navigate the family court system so that you, the fellas, keep your happiness and get the justice you deserve. His website is Real, R-E-E-L. So let's get real. RealFathersRights.com/710. RealFathersRights.com/710. Here's a phone number for you, and I'll say it twice. 323-870-1611. If you need to write it down, don't worry about it. You can go to realfathersrights.com/710, but here's the number, 323-870-1611. Let's get real with Real Father's Rights, the Father's Rights attorneys.
Everyone knows Earl Hershiser has won numerous awards for his performance on the field, but off the field, he's a great humanitarian, a true friend and partner of mine, and a real bulldog when it comes to business.
Baseball taught me to work hard and respect people. Rotolo Chevrolet does both, and that's why I joined the team.
Rotolo Chevrolet has been Dealer of the Year for 12 straight years. Like Earl, we know something about winning.
I believe they call that a dynasty.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Hi, it's producer Laura here, and I'm joined by Dr. Shapiro from Altamed, who's going to tell us a little bit about your vote and how that correlates with your health. Dr. Shapiro, can you explain why, as a doctor, you can only influence about 20% of your health? Why is that important to voters?
Well, that 20% is all the medications and things that we can do in hospitals and clinics, but the real magic happens on the 80% of the things that we have outside of the clinic. That's the air that we breathe, the parks that we have, the schools, and that's why it's so important to be represented.
And how does voting really change that?
At the moment that we vote, and especially on the local level, we can actually see how the parks, our schools, and our environment changes with our voice. That's why we need to be there.
Dr. Shapiro, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you go out and vote. Make your vote count. If you want any additional information, go to myvotemyhealth.org.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and help support the men and women who fight for our freedom.
On Monday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2024 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more information on the tournament, please visit the website landofthetreefoundation.org or give them a call at 562-833-4361.
Check this out. The new iPhone 16 built for Apple Intelligence. At Verizon, you can get it when you trade in any phone from one of their top brands.
Any?
Any.
Even if it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk?
Yup.
Even if it's 4 years old and I drop it on the sidewalk, then a scooter runs it over, so now it's not just old and cracked, but shattered?
With Verizon, the answer is always yes. Trade in any phone from one of our top brands for the new iPhone 16 with unlimited Ultimate. Plus, get a new iPad. Trade-in terms apply. See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
It's football season, and Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for all the action on the gridiron. With a game-changing rewards program, plus an amazing selection of tickets, Vivid Seats ensures that every fan can catch their favorite teams and players in action. Vivid Seats has you covered with deals that cater to every football enthusiast. And all tickets come back by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Sedano Kap in the morning for your AS. Oh, here we whoop, whoop, whoop. NFL music for your AS.
A little Berman.
We're going to talk about the Raiders. They're taking on the Terrible Towels.
Yeah.
Ready?
I am ready. I'm ready to go. I got my
So
data right in front of me here.
Okay, we do this on the afternoon show every week. We pick against the spread, and this is how it works, okay? Briones knows this really well because he did this on the morning show back in the day. So basically we have 5 games, okay? And it's usually the Rams, Chargers, Raiders, and then we pick 2 other games. But no Rams this week because they're on a bye. So we have 5 games.
They're not playing Green Bay today?
Chargers and the Raiders game.
They're not playing Green Bay this weekend?
They're not playing Green Bay.
Okay, want to make sure.
Yeah, that's a funny shot that only 2 people will understand.
But that's you and me, and
on
we
the
got
show,
it.
and it's you and me.
Yeah.
So anyway, but nonetheless, so this is how it works. There's 5 games. So not only do we pick against the spread, but we assign a confidence vote to it. So the game we're most confident in picking against the spread, we assign the number 5. The game we are least confident in, we assign a 1, and so on and so forth in between. So our point total, do you want last week's point total first or the total, Cap?
Yeah, how'd we do last week?
So last week, DeAndre, Big D, came up in the rear with only 3 points. Okay.
Ooh.
Linz got 4 points.
Lindsay baseball.
So she was third. Yeah. Lindsay baseball, not Lindsay football.
Right, clearly.
Cappy, you came in third at 6 points.
Uh-huh.
And then your boy came in first with 8 points. Okay.
8 points for you.
So, correct, last week. So the grand total at the moment, bringing up the rear, Lindsay baseball, not football, at 26 points overall for the season.
Okay.
Cappy, you're third with 29 points for the season.
All right.
DeAndre is second with 35 points for the season. And I am in a somewhat slightly comfortable lead with 47 points for the season.
Wow, that's a big lead, which means that I got to.
No, it's not really that big.
Well, I mean, look, we're going into week 6. We got a lot of football to be played, and I will not give up on this season. Just like I think the Rams will not give up on this season. And even though they're sitting in a terrible place, they've got the bye. They're going to get bodies healthy, and they're going to storm back. So that's what I plan to do.
Okay, so let's do this. So I guess Lindsay and DeAndre will be able to post we'll post everyone's online later. Bergman, is that the most fair way to do this?
Yes.
Cappy and I will do ours live, and then DeAndre and Lindsay can then send in.
DeAndre just texted me. He says I could pick for him.
Oh, really?
No.
No, you don't want that. DeAndre doesn't want that in any sense.
We'll do it live.
I was going to say, okay, then. That's pretty bold.
Make his picks.
But
and let Bergie make Lindsay's
First
picks.
game, Cappy. First game.
Go ahead.
Your Chargers, and I say that facetiously, obviously. Your Chargers are taking on the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos have been playing really well lately, actually. So Denver Broncos, who have been playing fairly well, they are a home dog, Cappy. I had to double-check this because sometimes Lindsay gets the numbers wrong. So I wanted to double-check. And why are you laughing?
Because that's true.
She does her math is not her strong suit, and she will admit it. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, she doesn't understand how the lines work.
Chargers. Yeah, Chargers are 3-point favorites on the road, Cappy.
Right.
I feel like I know where you're going. Where are you going?
Well, first of all, I want to say this. Do you have a window open on your computer? Are you watching the YouTube show as we broadcast it, or are you only sitting in front of a camera?
I've got the YouTube open.
Okay, then if you've got the YouTube open.
But I have to flip back and forth because I got to see the spreads, too.
If you've got the YouTube open, you can see the shirt I'm wearing today. I am the president. I am the card-carrying president of the Charger Hater Club. That doesn't sit well with some people, okay? And it's kind of like politics. Sometimes, you're going to vote for this person, I'm going to vote for this person. We just don't see things the same way, okay? I'm the president of the Charger Hater Club. So I look at the Broncos. They beat the Raiders last week pretty handily. They barely got by the Jets, but okay, I'll give them that one. And the Jets have made all these crazy changes. They smashed the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay, and they're on a 3-game winning streak. Yes, I'm taking the Denver Broncos at home. They are home underdogs. There is no health advantage, and that's the data that I use. The Chargers are an 86.4 in terms of their Sports Injury Central 6 score, and the Broncos are an 88.6. It's virtually even. George, I'm taking the home team. I got the Broncos, and I will assign it my 4.
Okay, so I feel like something's up because why are the Chargers a 3-point favorite on the road? I understand they're coming off a bye. I understand that the Broncos have, won some games with their defense. I think this will be a low-scoring game. But I something's up. This is a strange number, and the the Chargers coming off a bye. I'm going to take the Chargers on this one. But I've been big on the Chargers, and I've done well taking the Chargers against the spread thus far this season. But I'm not going to go super big on them. I'm going to put them in the middle. So I'm going to take the Chargers, and that's my 3. All right, so next game, we've got Greg Bergman's Raiders hosting the Steelers. The terrible towels, Cappy. Terrible towels are coming to town.
Yins are going to talk about it. Yeah. Yins are going to go down in Vegas, and Yins are going to take them terrible towels, and then Yins are going to go down there, and Yins are going to have an ice light net, and then the Steelers are going to go down there and beat the Raiders in that.
Let me tell you
something.
Shout out
to Pittsburghers.
I know that people talk about how, the opposing teams, the Niners, the Packers, or whatever, come to SoFi and they pack the house, this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something.
Tell them.
There is not good. I mean, you want to see a takeover of your stadium. There's going to be so many terrible towels. Say it again, Cappy.
Terrible towels.
There are going to be so many terrible towels in that Vegas stadium, in the Roomba, okay, that it's going to be an absolute nightmare for the Raiders. You hear that, Bergman?
Yeah, I know what's going on this weekend. It's Aiden O'Connell. I still got faith in my boys, though. Let's go
No,
Raiders.
you don't.
No, I don't.
I mean, you said they were going to be 6-1 at one point.
I did.
Point of the season.
They looked like they were going to be.
6-1.
No, they didn't.
It looked like they were going into the Chiefs.
Absolutely not.
What did you thought they looked like a 6-1 team after they lost to the Chargers in the opening week?
That was a close game. The defense looked good. Then they beat the Ravens.
No, it was after the Ravens. Every
the
Raider
Ravens.
fan got super cocky after the Ravens game, where the Ravens completely botched that by not running the ball with the Derrick Henry to just close the damn thing out with a 10-point
Look,
lead.
if they would have beaten,
and we've seen what Derrick Henry has done since, by the way.
Yeah, he's gone nuts.
Yeah.
All right, let's make our pick.
So anyway, all right, I'm going to take the Raiders, Cappy, and that's I'm sorry.
Come on, George.
I'm
Take the Raiders.
The Steelers. Although I did take the Raiders once this season.
Take the Raiders.
Much
Take
to
them.
the chagrin of Raider fans.
Take them. Come on.
No, I'm
George.
not. I'm taking the Steelers minus the 3. That's my 4.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say this. The Steelers have won games, but they've all been sort of ugly wins. They're 3-2. The Steelers, over the last couple of weeks, they lost to the Colts. They lost to the Cowboys. I don't really love the Steelers. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Raiders. By the way, no advantage in terms of the 6 score. Okay, no advantage. The Steelers come in at an 82.2. The Raiders come in at a 79. There's no real disadvantage or advantage there. So I'm going to take the Raiders, and that's my 1. Not overly confident, but I'm putting it out there in the universe, Raider fans. Let's see the Raiders get a win.
Now, this 6 score that you use with the injuries and whatnot, that's
Yeah.
Dato data, right?
That's
From your
Dato
buddy,
data.
Dato?
Listen, I literally just last week, George. Let me just hype these guys up. They were 15-2.
Take that for data.
Fully documented. 15-2. They
Right,
picked
but not
all
against
17
the
games.
spread.
Yes,
15-2.
15-2 against the spread. 15-2
And how did you
against
only
the spread.
get 6 points then last week? What happened there? How did you pick the 2 that they lost?
You know, I don't remember exactly how I played it last week. I don't remember, but they.
You must have picked the 2 they lost.
Right, 15-2. They were 15-2 documented last week. 6 score, SIC6score.com. Those are my friends.
All right, Commanders Ravens. So this is a regional battle. The Commanders playing great football. Obviously, Jaden Daniels has been awesome. The Ravens, though, have been on a bit of a roll here. They've won some roller coaster games here recently. I think that the Ravens, they're 6.5-point favorites at home. I like the Ravens big time in this one. I think the Commanders finally come back down to earth. Ravens, that's my 5.
Wow. Okay. With that kind of a spread, that's your 5, huh?
Yep.
I actually love what Washington has going on, and I think Jaden Daniels has become the new Lamar Jackson. I mean, I think he's like the most electric player in the league right now. I'm going to take Washington because there is no advantage here, George. Again, back to the 6 score. Baltimore's a 91.4. Washington's a 90. There's no advantage here. I'm going to take Washington. I'm going to take Washington to cover. Don't feel overly confident about it, so that's going to be my 2.
Okay, fair enough.
We got 2 games to go.
Lions, Cowboys, Cappy. Your boy Dan Campbell going to Big D. The Dallas Cowboys pulled off a victory last week. Both teams are on a 2-game winning streak at the moment. The Cowboys are underdogs at home. The Lions are 3-point favorites on the road. Where are you going?
All right, so now you used your 5, right? You have Pittsburgh as your 5 over the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going back to the 6 scores, George, and I'm just playing their system. Here goes. Detroit has a health score of 87.6. Dallas has a score of 79.9. So when you have that much of a health discrepancy where Detroit is that much healthier than Dallas, I will take the Lions, and that's my 5.
Okay, I will take the Lions as well, and that's my 2. I know they're coming off 2 games. Both teams are coming off 2 victories in a row. Cowboys starting to play a little better, so I'm a little more leery than you are. So I'm going to take the Lions as well, and that's my 2. Last one, Bills 2.5-point favorites on the road against the Jets. What do you got?
So, again, I'm just playing the numbers here, George, because I'm playing this as a gambler. I'm not playing this analytically. I'm not playing it with my head. I'm not looking at the storyline of coach getting fired and offensive coordinator being demoted. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Health scores. Buffalo comes in at an 81.6. The Jets come in at an 87.2. The Jets have a 5.6-point advantage in terms of their 6 score. I'll take the Jets. It's my 4.
Okay, I'm also going to take the Jets, and that's my 1. I feel like the Jets at some point got to win a game again. So I just think that and the Bills seem to be reeling at the moment because, like many people predicted, a lot on Josh Allen, the receiving group not healthy, and they weren't all that great to begin with. So I know that somebody fought me on that on Twitter. I remember at the beginning of the season, me saying like it's going to be all on Josh Allen because that receiving core is not that good. But yeah, we've kind of seen that rear its ugly head here. So I also got the Jets, and that's my 1.
I love our picks this week. But, George, I just real quick,
hold on.
Yeah.
Did I pick – when I picked the Lions, was that my 1 or my 2? Because I
think it was your 2.
I had a 1 and a 2 left.
Yeah, I think it was your 2.
I used my 2?
But I love our
just
picks
to be
this
clear.
week because we're actually picking similar like winners or people to cover, teams to cover, but we're completely different in terms of our score. So we may win the same games, but one of us may outscore the other. I need the Lions to come through for me. I need the Jets to come through.
Well, but the big difference is the Raiders and Chargers, Broncos, Steelers, Raiders. That and that's gonna and the Commanders that game. So those games, particularly the first 2, are going to determine how this week goes. So, all right, that's our picks against the spread each and every week. Coming up next, Cappy, I've got those numbers. We're going to get into the Blue Review. The Blue Review.
It's time for the Blue Review. With Bergman and team.
Bergman. I like Bergman and the crew better. Because it gets reviewed.
And Grant.
Crew,
You got to get
a
Grant in there.
Yeah. The Blue
It's time for
Review.
the Blue Review with Bergman and team.
Bergman and Grant.
No, with Bergman and the crew on the Blue Review. There you go. See, you gotta go. You gotta alliterate there. So anyway, Cappy, we'll get into that. I've got some of those numbers that we were talking earlier about Dave Roberts in winner-take-all postseason games. We'll get to that in a second. But first, let me tell you about my guy, Jacob. If you're injured in an auto accident of any kind, you got to be wondering to yourself, what are the advantages of hiring my guy, Jacob? Well, first of all, if you get into any accident, you need to call him right away at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com and tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. All right. Here's the deal. You're hiring someone with over 25 years experience, but maybe the simplest answer is this. Jacob and his team, they'll hold your hand throughout the entire process. Jacob will handle everything from the phone calls for the rental car to getting your car fixed to finding you a doctor in your area and dealing with the insurance company on your behalf, which is a huge pain in the tuchus. And Jacob can immediately get you that medical attention that you need, okay? Plus, with 25 years experience, or more than that, actually, he has the reputation and the clout to get you the compensation that you deserve. So if you're injured in an accident, there's only one name to remember. That's Jacob, okay? I know that sounds like three names, but it's really one name. It's Jacob. So call him at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. You want an attorney who's respected, so call Jacob because he's the real deal. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com. Blue Review with Bergman and the crew is next.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RACE for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RACE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RACE.
The Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour rolls on, celebrating their first new music in 15 years. And all the hits. Friday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com or 1-760-342-5000. Don't miss the Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour.
John Ireland here. Hey, look, your smile matters, so let's help you and your kids get a brighter, healthier smile. Dr. Monica Madden at Beverly Hills Orthodontics is born and raised in LA and is also a mom herself, so she understands what kids need and ensures a comfortable and friendly experience for all. Your kid's smile will be in expert hands. Check them out today at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736. BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code EXIT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code EXIT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code EXIT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
It's time for the Blue Review! The Blue Review with Bergman and team.
Bergman and Grant. And Marcus Grant is there right now. What's going on, Marcus? How you feeling?
Doing good, man. It's a Friday, and we've got a big game on tap, so how can you not feel good about it?
I feel really good. The Blue Review is presented by LAX at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save guests time, and transform the travel experience. Info at flylax.com/transforminglax. Sedano, you know all about that place.
My home away from home. I will not be there, although I was there already this week. But I normally I'm there on the weekends, heading to my game for college football. But a bye week, a lot of bye weeks this week. So a nice rest in the middle of the season. So that's nice.
Well, you'll be back there.
But I do miss LAX.
Yes, and you'll be back there next week, I'm sure. All right, Marcus, Yamamoto on the mound versus Darvish. How are you feeling about Yamamoto?
I actually feel good about this. Look, I know the track record for Yamamoto against the Padres this year has not been good, starting with the game in Seoul, going through game one of this series. This really is like no analysis, just vibes. I just have a feeling he's going to come out and shove tonight. You know, there was all that talk about maybe he's tipping pitches. I feel like they have spent a lot of time going through the other starts. Because, look, he had the start in Seoul that was bad. He had another one back, on the continent that wasn't all that great, and then the start in game one. I feel like they probably spent a lot of time going through those starts, looking at this lineup, and trying to figure out where the mistakes were made. And I just have a feeling he's going to come out and deal tonight. The question then becomes, can the Dodgers generate enough offense? But after what we saw on Wednesday night, I'm feeling pretty positive.
So I felt really good about how I understand that Yu Darvish really shoved against them on Sunday, but I felt good about a lot of their at-bats. Besides, like, four really crazy defensive play by the Padres, I felt like they were actually barreling up Darvish for the most part, just stolen home runs, stolen doubles by Tatis and Profar. Just Rise was having a hell of a game at first. Do you think they can do that against him again, or do you have that? And he owes us, right? He owes us a win.
Yeah, I mean, look, if there's one thing we know about Yu Darvish is that, he has melted down in big games at Dodger Stadium. So if that trend continues, and you got to feel good about it. Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think they had some really good swings against him. The Padres played some outstanding defense behind him. And so I think that's got to be encouraging. Very interested to see what the lineup looks like tonight, whether or not Freddie Freeman can go. I thought it was interesting, and I'm sure you saw this too. They said after the game that the whole having him in the lineup and then pulling him out like an hour or two later was pure gamesmanship, that he was never expected to play on Wednesday night, but they wanted to make the Padres think that Freddie Freeman might play. But now I'm curious, now that he's had a couple of days off, obviously some treatment on that ankle, whether or not that changes things and gets him a little bit right. I don't think we're going to see Miguel Rojas. So I would think we're going to see another Tommy Edman game at shortstop, but I think Freddie Freeman's going to be a big key to this lineup tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Freddie Freeman plays. I think he goes. I think he gives you everything he's got. Tries his best for as long as he can. As for Rojas, I think he's probably still in the casino, which is about 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. That those pictures made the rounds.
Just blowing off steam. Totally fine.
No, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's just that people see that stuff and then they post it all over social media. Marcus, you say you just have a vibe tonight about Yamamoto. Flip it around, though. What do you think about Darvish on the short rest? We've already all gone through the numbers. He's not been good. 4 games so far this year, an ERA of over 6. What do you expect from him?
I mean, look, again, he has not had good situations. Big games at Dodger Stadium has not been great for him, and the short rest I don't think helps things at all. Also, it's a guy that people have but worried about the Dodger bullpen, the Dodger pitching staff, that the Padres have seen them so much. I think that sort of works the same way for the Dodgers. They've seen Darvish a few times. They've generally had success against Darvish. Now he's going on short rest where you've got Yamamoto on his normal amount of rest. So I think that works in the Dodgers' favor. Here's the thing. This is where the Padres miss Joe Musgrove, right? And I know that he's never gotten a win against the Dodgers, but he's still a quality arm. He's still a big part of that rotation, and him going down with an injury and now having to have Tommy John surgery, it forces them to shuffle a little bit. And I know all the talk has been about the Dodgers and them sort of trying to shuffle the deck with their pitching staff, but because Musgrove wasn't there, that means you had Cease on short rest. Now you've got Yamamoto on short rest. So it just really goes to show how important healthy, quality starting pitching is in the playoffs, and that could end up making a difference for this series.
Marcus, let me ask you a question, because obviously there's always a lot of vitriol towards the manager in these situations. And how would you assess Dave Roberts through 4 games?
I am on record as saying this season and maybe this series are one of the best managerial jobs he's ever done. The fact that he has had to work around so many injuries and so many injuries to key guys, right? I mean, the pitching staff has just been a mash unit all year long, having to go long stretches without Mookie Betts and Max Muncy, and the fact that he has pulled every lever. I mean, I don't think he's really made any major mistakes in this series, and I thought that what he did in Game 4 was sort of a master stroke to start with Brazier. And I mentioned this I think yesterday. He sort of managed it backwards, at least from what I think a lot of people expected, to go Brazier at the beginning, then to follow it up with Bonda. To the fact that you had Michael Kopech, your closer, pitching in the 3rd inning, and you go with Landon Knack, who I thought was the guy to give them length. You have him closing the game out in the 9th. Maybe some of that had to do with the fact that they jumped out to a lead and really were able to sort of cruise from there. But he sort of worked it backwards, and it worked to perfection. So, I don't know what happens tonight, but I don't know that, unless he has some major, gap in this one, it's hard to say that anything Dave Roberts has done could contribute to, the Dodgers potentially losing this series.
Hey, Marcus, we got to hustle, but who's the starting pitcher when the Dodgers play Game 1 against the Mets?
Jack Flaherty. It's Jack Flaherty.
I think
Yamamoto gives them 5, maybe 6 quality innings tonight. You have, some combination of, Vesia, Trinan, Phillips, and Kopech to close it out, and then you get Flaherty ready for Game 1 on Sunday.
Marcus, only thing that he's doing is he's trying to do this reverse jinx nonsense. What he was doing his rooster thing the other day.
No, I'm not.
I know.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. To me, it's a done deal. I mean, it's already solidified. It's done. The same way Dodger fans felt on Wednesday that the Padres were going to wrap it up and it was over, that's how I feel about the Padres tonight.
Not all Dodger fans, Cappy. I felt like they had a shot on Thursday or Wednesday, whatever day that was. Wednesday.
Me and you both, my friend. Thank you. Thank you to LAX, Cappy. Why don't you take us out with some Avner Gat?
Yep. Hey, thanks, Marcus. Hey, look, Avner Gat. Again, I want to just direct you. I mean, I've been telling you about Avner Gat for like the last 2 years. But now I really would like for you guys to go to his website, avnergat.com. The first thing you're going to see at Avner Gat is you're going to get the very first word on the website is, I swear to you, hello. And he introduces himself. Hey, I'm Avner Gat. I've been a public adjuster for all this time. I fight on behalf of my clients in front of large insurance companies who are often trying to avoid their responsibilities. So then as you scroll down, you get a chance to meet the team. And it's Avner, and it's all of the people that work in the company that can help you be part of your team when exactly what Avner just said, that he helps his clients in front of large insurance companies who are trying to avoid their responsibilities. There's an entire team of people that are fighting on your behalf. And as you scroll further down on avnergat.com, it could be water damage. Gosh, by the way, I mean, my sister lives in Tampa. My parents live on the east coast of Florida, darling. I mean, the damage that has been done down there, you got water damage as a possibility. What we all deal with here in Southern California, the possibility of fire damage. It could be theft or loss. Whatever the case may be, all I'm telling you is this. If you have a homeowner's insurance claim, rather than you trying to work with the homeowner's insurance company, you should hire an expert, a person whose entire business is dealing with the insurance companies. That's why he's got all the 5-star reviews. Google, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, and listen, you can talk to people that have used Avner Gat in his company because they usually become family and friends because they're so happy with the end result. Here's the number, 818-917-5256. Whether it's a flood, whether it's a fire, whether it's theft, if you need Avner, he's ready to help. 818-917-5256. Remember the website, Avner, AVNERGAT, avnergat.com. When you call, Avner answers. You'll know it's him when you hear, bring, hello.
Warning, the following...
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
friends of Kia of Carson and ESPN LA. We have great deals on our hybrids and plug-ins, as well as our all-electric models. So whether you decide to go with the Niro hybrid with an EPA estimated 53 mpg in the city, or a rugged Telluride, we have the car and the deal for you all month at Kia of Carson. Visit KiaofCarson.com, or better yet, come test drive a new Kia for a chance to win a sweet experience.
Hey, what up? It's Matt Barnes here. If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law.
For me, it's about getting the top result and the top value for your claim. Even if you didn't have insurance during the accident, Uncle Artie will still help you. I'm sure a lot of you out there got turned back from attorneys when you said, I don't have insurance. Well, guess what? Uncle Artie can still help you. It does not matter. Give us a call. You have nothing to lose. We take the case on a contingency. You don't pay up front.
Uncle Artie's not just my friend, but he's your uncle in the business. Artie Pernia is a seasoned personal injury attorney who works with you, so you receive the best possible compensation for your case. Let Uncle Artie and the Pernia Law family provide peace of mind, so you can focus on your recovery.
Trust us, trust Uncle.
When you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law, 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Mr. October? Ha! I'm Mr. Morongo. I hit home runs for good times. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Whether your ace is on the mound or in your hand, it's a win-win watching all of baseball's playoff games at Sideline Sports Bar.
Number 2.
Get a 1.79 quart terracotta pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 15th.
And the number 1 reason.
Yin Yang Twins, featuring Young Jock, live October 18th.
Morongo, good times.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon, or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My check engine light's on?
That could hurt your gas mileage. The AutoZone free fix finder service can help find the fix for free.
Get in the zone.
This whole report for free?
That's right. Printed and on your phone for free.
Get in the zone.
But what if the fix is too tough?
We'll recommend a local shop. Fix Finder, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Yes. Oh, man. You know Trick loves the kids, Cappy.
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna do. No one. It is a life for you. Baby, cause I'm a thug. Baby, cause I'm a thug. Baby, cause I'm a thug. Come on now, Captain.
I just want to say to all the Dodger fans out there, if the Dodgers lose tonight, you talk about one person who may have put the jinx on them, okay? To our social media team in the back, if you are going to put up comments on the YouTube, I want you to go up a little bit and see what our man Dead Meow said. He says, Yamamoto will tell the Pod Squad the worm has turned. Oh, no. You've put the Charger jinx on the Dodgers tonight. Oh, Dead. Oh, my God. You're going to put the Chargers.
Meow.
Oh, come on. Come on, man. You know, put the Chargers on the Dodgers? Come on, man.
All right, Cappy. So I got a couple of things for you before we go. We were talking earlier about Trip Gibson, the 12-year-old umpire, the Doogie Howser of umpires, who's going to be back there today.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Come on, Jorge.
Come on, Jorge. Do better, man.
I know you want to promote your show, bro, but they're going to come up in a minute. Relax, okay? Tranquilo. But Trip Gibson, last time that he umped the Dodgers Pods, which was September 24th, here are a couple of things, all right, just to keep an eye on. Now, his overall accuracy was 93%, and the average for umpires is 92% this year. So he was above average, though he was below average on a couple of things. On called ball accuracy, 9 of his 95 called balls were actually strikes, which is 6% below the actual average of Major League umpires. So just be careful when he calls a ball and it should have been a strike. Just watch for that. It's just something to watch for. And, as they used to say on SportsCenter, what to watch for. So there you go. What to watch for
on SportsCenter is being brought to you by Coors Light. Icy cold
It is, actually.
Coors Light.
Yeah. That guy's voice always cracks me up.
Yeah. So watch for Trip Gibson when he calls a ball that should have been a strike, okay? Keep an eye on that. The other thing I got for you is the numbers on Dave Roberts and Bruce Bochy, I guess, for that matter. Okay. So I've got the information. Here it is. Right. So Dave Roberts, as I mentioned, 5-2 in winner-take-all games in the postseason. His 2 losses, obviously, Darvish's start against the Astros in Game 7. The other loss was against the Nationals in Game 5 in 2019. He has wins in 2016 against the Nationals, a win in the NLCS in 2018 against the Brewers, a win in 2020 against the Braves in a Game 7, the year they won the World Series, and a win against the Cardinals in the wild card, and one more, actually, against the Giants in 2021 in a Game 5. Bruce Bochy, by the way, Cappy, does have 6. He is the leader in the clubhouse in winner-take-all games. 5, not 4. 5 were with the Giants. 1 was with the Rangers, just for clarity.
All right, so none were with the Padres because Bergie asked that earlier. Yes. None with the Padres.
Yes.
So
none with the Padres.
These are all great numbers. They're fascinating numbers because that's what baseball is all about. Here's another one. I'm throwing it out there. Teams that host Game 5, deciding Game 5, are 14-21. I'm blown away by that. I would have thought that it's a no-brainer. That
it's baseball. It's just baseball.
But and here's the beauty of tonight's game. It's just one game for all the marbles, and so much is on the line tonight. I mean,
marbles.
Dave Roberts, I think we all agree, his job is on the line tonight. Win this game, and in all likelihood, even no matter whatever happens against the Mets, because the Mets are the hottest team going in the last, call it 4 weeks or so. But
yeah, they've been amazing. I would say even longer than that, yeah.
Dave Roberts and the Dodgers win tonight. I would say to you, Dave Roberts keeps his job. The Dodgers lose at home tonight, I think Dave Roberts will lose his job. And if I were Mike Schilt, if I were the manager of the Padres, here'd be my cell in the clubhouse tonight, George. Hey, guys, we got destroyed at home. Who cares? It's over. What does it matter? It's all come down to one game. And I'm talking as if I'm Schilt, we have won the season series. Of the 17 games that have been played so far this year, we've won 10 of them. They've won 7 of them. So here's the deal tonight, guys. We ripped their hearts out in front of their crowd. That's why we're here. It's actually going to be better to win here at their place than at our place.
There he is.
Well, I'm trying to sell it to him. Trying to sell it. Hey.
What to watch for?
He's being cocky.
No. No cocky tonight, buddy. Listen,
yeah. All right, listen, how about we talk about Prize Picks? Because yeah, right. You're full of crap. I don't buy a word.
I think the Dodgers win tonight.
Anyway. Yeah, I mean, you're just playing both sides. I don't believe this for 1 second. But anyway, let's talk about Prize Picks. Because you know what I got? I want more on half an Ohtani home run. I want more, okay? Más in español, más. That's what I want on Prize Picks, which, by the way, in California, if you want action on sports, it's the only place to go. That's Prize Picks. You can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks, baby.
Okay, Ohtani tonight. I'm going to make this play right now. You want more than half of a home run. Okay, I'll do that.
He's going to put one in the seats.
Okay. With Darvish tonight, I'm going to play less than 4 strikeouts. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to have a big night of strikeouts.
By the way, Darvish, a 6.43 ERA on 4 days rest this season, 1-3.
Right. Okay. Now for Mookie, as for Mookie Betts tonight, I'm going to play this one more than 1.5 total bases. Okay. Machado tonight, I'll tell you this right now. I'm going to play Manny Machado tonight for more than half of a strikeout because he seems to be striking out in every one of these games, flailing away at balls that are way off the plate. So as I've got it right now, Ohtani more than half a home run, Darvish less than 4 strikeouts, Mookie more than 1.5 bases, and Machado more than half of a strikeout. George, it's a $20 play to win $140 on Prize Picks.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes, buddy, because you know what? All you got to do is download the Prize Picks app, use the promo code KAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. That's K-A-P-P-Y. Download that Prize Picks app so you can win up to 100 times your money. If you want action on sports, it's here on Prize Picks in the state of California, the only place you can get it.
That's exactly right. Download Prize Picks one more time. Use the code KAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make that $5 play. Get that $50 bonus. Win or lose. You make a $5 play, you get the $50 bonus. Good luck to everybody. And if you have some great ideas, tweet them to us because you guys are probably better at it than we are. Certainly than I am.
What to watch for?
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
This morning at 9 a.m. after Greenie.
We're all eating the same thing.
Yeah, that's very true.
We're all eating the same stuff.
Staples.
Yes, same stuff. Her mother-in-law, this is when I asked to marry her, she gave me tongue. Not like gave me tongue, like tongue to eat.
She served you a meal, which included tongue.
Man. She gave me tongue to eat. And
Lengua, yeah.
Yes, so my wife has introduced me to, let's just leave that story where it is. Yes,
How was the tongue prepared?
Let's just move on from that. That's gross.
Tongue is really, really aggressive. Like you got to cut it and pull that piece off around the outside.
But she gave, this is how she gave it to me. She fed it and stared at me like, you're going to eat this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And it was good.
Was it okay?
It was really good, yes.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's Steve Farr. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
The Harin Foundation is inviting you to join us and ESPN Radio at our charity golf tournament, Monday, October 28th at the San Gabriel Country Club, to raise funds for scholarships. To date, we've given $138,000 in assistance, and we want to give more. Go to harinfoundation.org and click the banner at the top. Join the likes of Nomar, Sean Green, Mickey Hatcher, and others. Tune in to ESPN 710 for all the fun on the 28th. harinfoundation.org and click the banner at the top. See you there.
What to watch for?
The final countdown.
Is this us? Nope. See, there
Yeah,
he is again.
I don't know if you realize this, DeMarco.
What's happening?
What you need to watch for is that it's the final countdown as we count down to Game 5 for all the marbles, as Cappy said, between the Dodgers and Padres.
We're going to get a lot of Europe today. Is that the theme that we're just going to hear this song?
Oh, we've been Europe all morning
I'll
long,
give you
buddy.
$1 million
I don't know
if you can tell me one other song that they played.
They play the final countdown and the final countdown live. Those are the two. Those are the two
all I
songs
know.
I know from Europe.
I know somebody's Googling right now, so
Yeah,
deal's off.
I'm
Deal's
sure
off.
they have others.
No, not me, bro.
We don't.
Not
know.
me. That's all I know. I'm good. Yeah. Although there is a YouTube I'm seeing here when I did just Google now, as you mentioned it, that says top 5 best songs Europe. I don't know what those would be. I'm almost curious I'm curious to click on it just to see what it says. You know?
Yeah, Kyrie is Mr. Mister, right? That's not Europe.
Kyrie, Yeah, that's not
That's
you.
Mr. Mister. Okay. Yeah, I think it's only the final countdown. Hey, look, if I could have one hit, I want that one. That song has been around since I was a kid. And we're playing it. We played it today.
That leaves them plenty of time to come up with a second one.
All right.
I mean,
Anybody else nervous?
What do we got?
Did
What do we
Cappy
got?
leave?
No,
No,
he's
I'm
right
here.
there. Is anybody else nervous about the Dodgers
No.
tonight?
Cappy can't leave because when you told him to go to break, he went for 3 more minutes.
Well, no. Here's what happened. Here's what I went to. I did a Prize Pick spot, and then the next thing I knew, Jorge took us to break, and I was like, "Oh, they're just cutting us off." Nobody told me about Super Crosstalk, so I want to be here for Super Crosstalk.
now you're here.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm here.
Well, no.
Like Funchy, you're here.
I'm referring to how Greg said, make sure you get to Prize Picks by 56. And when 56 came, you were like, you went on this diatribe about like 2.5 more minutes about how the Padres could win the game.
I never. No. Here's what I did. No, here's what I did.
Cap's on the other side.
Here's what I did.
Oh.
Here's what I did.
Oh,
And
yeah,
DeMarco,
he is.
DeMarco,
Yeah, he is. He's
you'll-
going to tell you he's not, but he is.
No. Of course, I've told everybody I'm rooting for the Padres. But
Yeah.
hold on, DeMarco. What I was trying to do was this. I was saying to George that if I were the manager of the Padres, I'd be in the clubhouse trying to sell it because I don't think the Padres can win the game tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Why
as,
not?
As good as they are.
Nah, come on, guys.
What?
Come on.
You're
You
doing a
get-
thing, right?
You get what thing am I doing?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay.
What
What's
are we
the thing?
missing? Yeah.
Here's the thing. You ready? You get destroyed at home. Your body language in the third inning says there's no fight left in us. We're waving the white flag. And you know what? Game 5, we got to go back up there. It's inconvenient. I didn't want to do that. I'm tired now. We don't have
Couldn't
much
you have
left.
said exactly the same thing about the Dodgers after Game 2
Thinking the same thing.
and then Game 3?
So here's the deal. So tonight, if I were the manager of the Padres, I would be trying to sell it as like this. Hey, guys, we got smoked at home. We have to turn around and come back up here. They've got 56,000 hostile fans that are all going to be here rooting against us. Things have not gone our way all of a sudden. And listen, our backs are against the wall. But hold on. We're here. We've won the season series. And if ever there was a time to completely rip their hearts out and then show it to their entire fan base, we get to actually do it here rather than down at our home.
That's how you cut a
Wait,
promo.
did you just describe what was the name of that?
Yes,
not Street
Roadhouse.
Fighter. What was the
Roadhouse.
Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Did you just Mortal Kombat?
Oh.
Like you just described Mortal Kombat, where the guy like rips out his heart and like shows it to everyone.
Yeah,
Roadhouse
right.
is you rip out the throat and hold it to him. Yeah,
Okay, we're gonna roadhouse this thing.
Dalton. I love
Yeah.
it. He just sold that. You're right. That's the same thing the Dodger fans said. That's the same thing Travis said after losing.
The series has been a mirror image of itself.
Correct.
You've had 2
Roadhouse.
blowouts, one each way. You've had 2 really close games.
Yeah.
One guy won one guy won the other. This is
it.
it depends on how you. I actually feel pretty good about tonight, just because it feels like the ball has to bounce the Dodgers' way eventually in one of these things, and it hasn't for the last couple of years. But the Padres have the better pitcher, at least starting the game. The Padres have had the better luck against the Dodgers so far this season. I really think it comes down to whoever gets a lead early, and can you hold on to it? That's it.
And
the
Cappy,
bullpens are everything.
You may not have to sell it as a manager. Somebody in L.A. is going to do something dumb by throwing something at the Padres and galvanize them again.
Well, that would be great, I guess. Yeah. I mean, maybe you can get that guy to throw that beer can into the Padres bullpen and then have the whole world see him on the internet. I mean, that was smart. That was really smart. Maybe you could have a bunch of people in right field get into a fight and have security have to pull them onto the warning track and beat them down and walk them off the field. I mean, that would be entertaining. That would be good.
There you go,
I believe
Cap.
you're describing Dodger fan passion, Captain.
Yeah.
I think that's how we like to call it here.
Wow.
It's a Dodger passion for our team.
I just, I'll tell you guys, honestly, like if I were trying to be analytical, if I were trying to come up with an analytical way to say, well, the Padres could actually win this thing tonight, which, again, I don't think they will, but I would say this. And by the way, Betto was here. He came to my house this morning, DeMarco.
Nope.
Betto was driving from L.A. to South L.A. so he could go to the border so he could take a flight from Tijuana, and he stopped by my house. First, he made a duty in my bathroom.
Oh, my God.
That is basically unacceptable. That is not okay.
Wait, what do you mean? No. Absolutely. No, you know what? It's absolutely acceptable when it comes to Cappy, because Cappy literally goes to everybody's bathroom and drops a
this is payback. If it's payback, then I'm okay with it. But I just thought he needed instead of stopping at the grocery store or a gas station.
Nobody has won the Super Bowl. Nobody has won the Super Bowl more with the Browns than Cappy. Okay, people play on Madden every day. Wow. Okay.
All right, so Betto comes in. Betto makes a duty in my bathroom. Betto goes, and then he makes a cup of coffee in my kitchen. Then he walks into my home and sits down. I set up a microphone for him, and Betto says that the Dodgers are going to get smoked tonight by the Padres. And I'm like, oh, come on. You're out of your mind, man. That's not going to happen.
Trying to be mean or being for real?
No, he's being for real.
Wow.
Now, Travis, I guess if I were trying to be analytical, I would say this. The Dodgers in that bullpen game on Wednesday, they used everybody, right? I mean, it was desperation time. You had to, okay? Padres hitters, who were not successful, by the way, but they did get to see everything that the Dodgers have yet again.
Yep.
I mean, they played 17 times this year. I mean, they know that staff. Right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, again, trying to be analytical, trying to find an edge, the Padres knew they were getting killed. So they did not bring out several of their better bullpen arms, therefore not giving the Dodger hitters a chance to see their best stuff. So I guess if I'm trying to find an analytical edge, that would be it, but I think I'm grasping for straws.
Well, I don't think it's going to come down to who's seen who more or who's seen who less, because you just said it, Cap. They've played each other, 13 times during the regular season, 4 more. They played each other 17 times. There are no real secrets between these two teams at any point. Who pitches better? I really do think it comes down to that. Which of is Machado better than Betts? Is Merrill better than Ohtani? And I'm not talking about over the court tonight. That's it. Who has a better game tonight? Which of the better guys has the better? Does Yamamoto go 4 innings? If he does, I like the Dodgers' chances. If he's out of there by the second or third inning, I think the Dodgers are in big trouble. To try to figure out who's got the advantage here, there, I don't think it matters, because one game, none of that stuff matters.
I do think this. We've been talking about the pressure. Who's got the pressure tonight? I'll tell you this, on the San Diego side, this game, in my opinion, comes down to one guy, and that is Machado. Because Machado has become the team leader. It has become his team. Well, you saw what he did in Game 2, where he brought the whole team together in the dugout and said, "Hey, come on, guys!" And then,
I thought that's when he threw the ball at Dave Roberts.
No, but then
that was the same game.
Same game. It is the same game, and that is part of his quote unquote leadership.
Yeah.
But yet he has struck out so many times on the exact same pitch, flailing away at pitches that aren't even close, looking like a guy who'd already made up his mind he was swinging way before the pitch left the pitcher's hand. To me, if Machado performs, Padres got a chance. If Machado doesn't hit, I don't think they have a chance.
That approach made him a millionaire. You know that, right?
The approach of flailing away.
Make your mind up and just swing. It's made him a multi-millionaire.
So, with Machado.
Listen, Machado.
Go ahead, George.
Machado's veteran savvy, for lack of a better phrase, and I know Dodger fans will argue. We spent a lot of time talking about it the other day, but he exploited a rule. That's the way I would say it. Clinton says I was too strong using that particular phrase, but nonetheless, that's how I feel. But he's gotten you to this point, Cappy, to be honest with you, because if that inning doesn't happen, I think the Dodgers have already won this series.
If he doesn't run outside the base path and get hit in the shoulder, the Dodgers win the series?
Yeah. I think that
inning
heads-up play. Put the Padres in this position to be
even
able
jerks
to
can
win
be smart.
the series.
Oh, yeah. Look, I kind of always look at it like this, and hearing you talk about Machado, Cappy, as someone who wants the Padres to win, and he's your best guy, and he's been swinging at balls out of the zone, et cetera, et cetera. You're not wrong. Here's what I can tell you from a Dodger fan's perspective. When that guy comes up, he scares the hell out of me.
No doubt.
And that's, he could be ice cold. I don't care. I would imagine that if Shohei Ohtani went 0 for whatever and he comes up in a big spot, Padre fans are terrified of what might happen. Right, and that's how, as a Dodger fan, I feel about Machado. That I don't care if he's 0 for his last 10, 15, 20. When that guy comes up, he's the most scary guy in that lineup because he's got that thing where he shows up, where he likes to screw things up for other people. Dodger fans in particular. Manny scares me to death.
All right, well, I'll tell you right now, it was great for me to do mornings today because tonight
so nice.
is the start of Yom Kippur, okay? Which means that dinner tonight, and then I'm going to fast tomorrow until I break the fast. And I'm going to go to synagogue tomorrow, and I'm going to repent, and I'm going to atone for all of the bad stuff I've done in the last year. And Travis,
Yes.
and DeMarco, and Sedano.
Well, Morales says you're a bad guy.
Right.
So you have a lot to
says
atone
everybody's
for.
a
I
bad
don't believe
guy.
it, though.
There's been a lot of bad stuff.
No, but Cappy, for real.
I'm going to repent. I'm going to atone. But I'll tell you this right now. I'm actually going to make it tonight. But I can't believe the game starts at 5. So I may be in the synagogue with a AirPod in one ear.
You can't do that, Cap.
Why not?
You can't do that, Cap. Then everything you're
God
praying for is
could
like
be
null and void.
God
Come
could
on.
be a baseball fan. You don't know, DeMarco.
Hey,
exactly.
Hey, listen, if it was game 5, 500 million years ago when Moses was leading the Hebrewites,
Yes.
okay, he would have stopped for game 5.
Come on.
So it worked out really nicely.
If that's true, I'm in. I'll sign up.
Wow.
If that's what we get to bring phones and AirPods to church, synagogue, temple, I'm in. Take me with you, Cappy.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Cappy, before we sign off here, can I get one last? Have you guys heard Cappy's Gruden before or no?
No. You got a Gruden?
Yeah, Cappy, give us a little Gruden baseball take on the way out here.
I'll tell you what, man. If I'm these Padres, man, I'm going to show up tonight, and I'm going to try and rip their heart out, man. I'll tell you that right now.
That's pretty good.
You should have been on the Muppets, man.
And from what I can tell, Cappy knows more about football than Gruden.
Oh, my God. Come
wow.
on.
Oh, wow.
I hear a ring tapping. There
Wow.
we go.
Hey, by the way, George, last thing before we go and we get out of the way of Travis and DeMarco, are you going to show proper solidarity with me, and are you going to be fasting tomorrow?
What time do you need me to fast from? What are the actual times?
I want you to stop eating tonight at around 6, and by tomorrow at 6 p.m., you break the fast. A nice everything bagel, some lox, cream cheese, capers, cucumbers, tomatoes, the whole thing, man. The schmear, babe.
Cappy, that's easy for me. I've done like 48-hour fasts before. Like I do 20 regularly, on a fairly regular basis. 16 almost
I didn't hear a
every day.
yes or a no.
Right, me neither, DeMarco.
Yes, the answer's easy.
Okay, solidarity is what that is right there. That's beautiful.
And if I break it, then it just, it'll be no different than you disappointing me all the
Oh,
time.
my God. On the way out.
Another form of payback.
Yeah.
First Betto, and now it's Sedano.
Wow.
All right, well, listen, you guys are going to be happy tonight. I know that. The Dodgers win. You guys are going to be
come on.
happy.
Stop
Here we
it.
go.
He's
No,
doing
enough.
anything.
Enough.
He's
Enough.
doing
Have a great show, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Later, man.
See you, bro.
What to watch for? For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey, guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big, giant flood at your house, and you realize